Hello everyone, welcome to Gardening with Brother Nature. Today we're going to talk about DIY, do-it-yourself composting. So we're going to look at vermicomposting today. What we do here at Evergreen Brickworks. We actually have two ways of composting here on site. So the other ones are traditional composting where we have like 6 bins outside. We cut everything down, chop everything down very, very small, and we go through a whole system. Then we have our vermicomposting or worm wranglers program. So that program, I really, really enjoyed that program because it's showing people how to use red wigglers, the worms that we use here on site, to eat the food waste that we're creating here in Canada, or around the world even. If you really think about it, one of our biggest problems here in Canada is food waste. We are wasting way too much food. It's going to the landfills when all that food can be made into compost and put back into the earth, back into the garden, so you can have better, richer, more nutrient, more vitamins within your fruits and veggies. It cuts down all that waste that's going to the landfill. So here at Brickworks, what we do is we try to keep our food waste into a closed loop system. So what that means is that when we're open and there are people down here who are having events, or they're having weddings down here, or maybe they're having baby showers down here, anything like that, or even schools who are visiting, what we encourage them to do is to leave their food waste in a separate bin so that we can take that food waste and distribute it to the compost crew, which is a composting program we have here on site, and also to the worm wranglers as well. It's our way of cutting down the food waste that's going into our landfills. We have to be very, very careful and cautious of it, because we can take that food waste and make it into this rich, amazing compost, into the soil, back into the earth. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Do you guys want to see what we do here for worm wranglers? All right, so let's look at something first, all right? So, what you see here, this is the food waste. So there's like strawberries, I think there's berries, banana peels, and apples, okay? When it's done with the worms, my worms are inside of here, all right? It will turn into this absolutely gorgeous looking vermicompost. Look at that. Nice dark brown, great for your plants. Your plants will love this. Your plants, you can put as much as you want on your plants, actually, more than the man-made or human-made fertilizer that would burn your plants. Your plants will love this a lot better. All right? So, let's take a time and actually look at how you can build one at home. How's that? Quick and easy. You don't need a big system. Just, if you have a bin, any kind of bin, just make sure some holes in it. I happen to have a spare bin right here, and I'll show you how I can build a small one for my own private use. All right, my friends? All right, I'll put you down over here. Hope you guys are still holding on. Still with me? Perfect. All right, technical difficulties, my friends. Perfect. You see me. Awesome. So, what you're going to do is you need some shredded up newspaper. Lots of shredded up newspaper. Do not use office paper, because that office paper is bleached and the ink on it is chemical ink, whereas newspaper is recycled and the ink is vegetable ink. So it's good for the worms, and if there's no food left over, the worms will actually eat this as well. So what I will do is I always have some pre-dampened soil, right? Leftover spent soil from doing sprouts and stuff like that. I'll take this and I'll put a layer on the bottom of this. But first things first, when you have your container, guys, make sure you have a big enough container for what you're looking for. This container has holes in it. Cut your holes in the sides for airflow. You need airflow inside there. I even have holes on the bottom as well, with screen inside there as well, so just in case there's any flies or anything, they won't really get out, because sometimes flies do happen. But we'll talk about how to take care of that as well. All right, so it's got nice holes in there. I even have a drip tray to capture anything that may drip out of the bottom. And I'm all about upcycling. This is an old tray that I could kind of put the base to. So, what I would do, I have my soil right here. Nice pre-dampened soil. I'm going to take some of this and lay it at the bottom. All right, lay it at the bottom. Then I'm going to take some of my newspaper, lay it on top. Just like this. Just like this. Taking my worms. Remember, they're in this one. I'm going to pour them all inside here. These worms right here, I rescued from one of our recycled bins. All right? I'm going to take these guys and place them, just sprinkle them around in the bottom. Just sprinkle them around. So you can see inside there, that's what it's going to look like. So I just kind of sprinkle the worms around. All right? So what I always do, I always add a little bit more soil, like sort of do like a layer effect when I'm doing my first worm bin. All right? More soil on top. Then also, if you happen to have a sprayer, I would want you to dampen it down. Add some water to it. That's good enough water. So I'm back with this again. Now what I'll do is add my food. This is how I do mine. So what I'll do, push this over so you guys can actually see more. Okay, what I would do is I have my food right here. I'll find one corner, just one corner to put your food in. I'm going to take my food and put it in the top left corner. Just right back there in the corner. Make sure your food is nice and chopped up. If you can get it even smaller than this, even better. Make it like a smoothie. The worms will love that. So what I do is they'll take it, put it in the corner, add a little bit more soil to it. Then I'll put some more newspaper on top. Like I said, doing sort of a layer effect. Have my newspaper. It's fun to have you work this with your kids too. You can have your children rip off the newspaper and get it all ready. The children can have fun just ripping them apart. All right, more newspaper on top of there. All right, there's my newspaper. And I'm going to add some more water on top of this. Just kind of dampen it down because worms do need to have dampened bed. So the newspaper is their bedding. If you can still see me, newspaper is their bedding. All right. The soil helps them to. There's still some food inside the soil. Will help them move through the soil as well. The worms are in there. The food's in the top corner. One thing I'd say about the food: when you are placing your food in the corner, what you can do is take like an acorn or a rock and just put it in the corner where the food is. And once that food's gone, you put your food in another corner. Put the rock over there. All right. What you should know when you're doing this, when you're doing your vermicomposting, that worms, red wigglers, they're basically vegans. So that means no ice cream, no oils, no fats. They want fruit scraps, they want veggie scraps, they like rice, pasta, crushed up eggshells. Remember, they have to be crushed up, all right? Coffee grinds, tea leaves. So all the stuff that we're throwing in the dump or the garbage can be converted back into soil for our garden beds, eh? I mean, it's one of the best ways to take care of your gardens. So, with that, my friends, you've seen how I built one of our vermicomposting beds at Evergreen Brickworks. I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. And like I always say at the end, find a way to be nature. If you really, really want to take care of your plants, find a way to be nature, because nature knows how to take care of her plant babies. All right, my friends. Bye for now. See you next video.